Hello my beautiful lights, how are you? Happy Lionsgate. Beautiful, beautiful energy, honestly. So I knew I had to bring a message and I kept getting this information, and I'm just going to go deeper into things here. So what I taught you and what I told you earlier on in the week, there are going to be external forces trying to upset this frequency. So there are going to be many things coming to the 3D world. There'll be BS things all over media, trying to distract your mental mantle, trying to take your vibrational frequency and attach you to it, because this energy is so powerful. Because we're raising the consciousness level, it is continuously trying to attach you. Now, I have a challenge for you today, and this is very important. This is the most powerful time of the year, in my personal opinion. This portal we're setting and laying the foundations for probably about a year's time. You'll see it play out, I feel, about September next year. And, it is always darkest before the dawn. Be aware of that. And this has to work through a cycle. Now, the biggest card I pulled for you today is protection, which is paramount. This is exactly what I spoke to you about. Now, there is a protection meditation, grounding and protecting. Make sure you ground and protect your frequency before doing any portal meditations or anything like that. Can you hear the music just stop? There we go. And it's basically to ground and protect you through this frequency shift. And it's a collective consciousness energy. So call back your power, cut cords, soul retrieval. This is so very important. Now, talking about cutting cords, how would you feel if I said to you today, stay away from social media? Are you so attached to the social world where you have to know what's going on in the world? It's basically an addiction. It's an addiction. We think of as addictions as only things that we're consuming or anything like that. No, it's a mental addiction. It's designed, the matrix type energy is designed to get you addicted to a certain thing. If you've got the news on every day, if you've got to find out what's going on in the world, this is an addictive personality. This is an addiction. And that's something that as human beings we need to address personally. And the only way that you can break free is to leave these things behind. I'm going to get into the cards in a moment. As you can see, we've got charts and all stuff going on. So does that negative stuff make you feel good? That's the first thing you've got to ask yourself. So if you see something on social media which is goodness, it's awful, does that make you feel good in that moment to actually know what's going on in the world? Do you need to find out what's going on? Now, a lot of the time we're addicted to social patterns and putting BS into our systems because we don't want to do the inner work on ourselves, and it sort of distracts your mind away from your own problems, your own situations. Therefore, you're forever trapped in the continuous cycle because you're distracting yourself away from doing your inner work. And what I would say here is little steps, okay? When you're breaking free from the cycles and the patterns you've been taught for the whole of your life, it's very difficult. It's a step at a time. But what I would say is to claim your power back and cut those cords. Cut yourself away from the 3D. Try a day first off. Today is the most powerful day. Today, they will try everything within their power to distract you away from your power. And that's what this is about today. This is about self-empowerment and empowering you. So you really need to sit in your power. You need to say no. You need to hold your own, and you need to know that your power lies from within here. This is the whole of you. You need to be authentically you, because actually being authentically you is the highest vibration. We always say it's love, but it's actually being authentic, Do things that light your soul. As I've taught you, when you change your vibrational frequency, you change the energy field around you. So once you've detached, once you've ground your frequency and you've detached yourself from the outside BS, I want you to raise that vibrational frequency. Today is paramount to do this, guys. We're in this until the 12th. This is the most powerful time through Lionsgate. And what I want you to do is raise that vibrational frequency. If that's you dancing around the kitchen, if that is you belting out your favourite ballad in the car, driving down the road, that instantly lifts your vibrational frequency. I have fluffy duck hair because I've done a high impact workout, and then last night I was teaching it, and then this morning I did it again. And the song Meghan Trainor, that thank God every day I couldn't stop. Honestly, it was amazing because I detached away, and this detachment is allowing you to do your work on you. This is what it's all about. The whole thing, this life is about you. So, and that sounds really egotistical. It's not. This is your soul journey. This is your soul mission, and your vibrational frequencies matter in the collective consciousness. So we want you to work on you. We want you to spread that light. Now, self-mastery is important. Once you detach away from the BS, I nearly swore there. Once you detach away from the BS, does the negative stuff make you feel good? Of course it doesn't. It lowers your vibrational frequency. When you're at lower vibrational frequency, they can get hold of your being, and we don't want that. We are detaching away from that frequency. We are setting you free. You are lifting to your best quality of life. If you want abundance, if you want the life you've always dreamed of, you have to do the work. And the work is not about the monetary mantle, which you've been taught the whole of your life. The work is about you and your soul growth. It is as simple as that. Abundance comes in all different forms, and it comes into your frequency once you change your energetic field. It's like a magnet. It is literally attracted to you. So what do you get fulfillment from? Absolutely do it. If that's writing, it doesn't matter what it is. Dance around the kitchen naked, shake your shanizzle. Do whatever lights you up. It is paramount today, okay? Right, extreme behaviour will come into the vibrational frequency. We're aware of this. I've just told you about that. And you need to be balanced through the storms. As I said, lots more is coming, and it is. And I'm just being honest with you because I'm preparing your frequency, and it's what to eliminate from your vibrational frequency. They will try and put you in a fear state. They've done it before, only a few years ago, where they held you bound. And what it's about is releasing that fear. When we release fear, they cannot have that control over us. Face the shadows. It sets your soul free. And especially today, the powerful energy of your thoughts become things during this time. So make sure your vibration is at the right vibration. They are trying to distract you from you, basically, and you need to make sure you're at the right vibrational frequency. So if you have the news in the background on all day, every day, switch that thing off today and focus inward. Focus on you. Go out in the garden, go out in nature and distract yourself in positive ways. Bake a cake, do whatever lights you up. Put the music on and lift your vibrational frequency. If you want to create the life you want, you have to change your energetic field, and that is what you put into it, and that is what you feed it with. And this is essential. If you're saying to me life isn't getting any better, Lauren, you're not doing the work. It is that simple, and that sounds so black and white, and I'm straight to the point. Then you are not changing your energetic field. You are still feeding yourself with drama, BS. You're getting involved in stuff you don't need to be involved in. That is just interrupting your energetic field. You need to be in a good frequency with people who are at a beautiful frequency. Remember, you choose the vibrational frequencies you have around you. I do every single day, and that is your soul choice, completely your choice. And if you think it's not, then you're gifting away your power. You're now claiming your power back. And this is what it's about, because when you're at the right vibrational frequency, you are aiding the collective consciousness in a beautiful, beautiful way. So, protection. Right, I will share the little picture down the bottom. You have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles and strength. Through Lionsgate, it's all about strength. It's all about... With the Strength card, it's pretty involved, right? We're talking about the Wheel of Fortune. This is the karma playing out. This is the completion of the cycle. And this keeps coming out. It's a very, very fortunate time if you let that old BS go. So the wheel is literally turning in a positive form. This means karma has played out, and this means patterns have played out. Now, we don't want to go into the same cycle, do we? We don't want to repeat cycles. We want to free ourselves and let go of the old BS. And the only way you can move forward to grow the garden the way you want to grow it in this beautiful utopia which you create, because this is your creation, is to set yourself free from that vibrational frequency of the old. And, readers will say this over and over and over again, but not tell you how to do it. And this is about putting things into your vibrational frequency that are positive, that do not interrupt your energetic field. And cleanse yourself, ground yourself, do what lights you up, as I've said. Now, strength is basically, it's empowering of you. This is believing in yourself and your power. And this is paramount during this time, that you know you hold your own power from within. Once this beautiful, beautiful thing here called your heart is open, you shine like a beacon. And when you work from an empowered state, this is when you get all this information. This is when you get in touch with your higher self. Know you have no limitations. You are braver than you know. And she's holding the lion's mouth open during Lionsgate. She is literally holding it open, and she has no fear, because when we face that fear, as I've told you, it can no longer have control over you. Okay, so facing a fear is the biggest part of your growth cycle, because then it doesn't have this control and you can move forward. Now, obstacles are going to come in your path all the time. I've told you that, but it's how you deal with them. And this is what the mastery thing's all about. Now, has anyone told you about self-mastery? We're going to get into the rest of the cards in a second. Self-mastery. So we start in the stages, and it's basically, if you can see a pyramid within your mind's eye, there is a pyramid, and it has 6 main things, and I've got a 7th because that's how I see it. I see it as the 7. So self-awareness is at the bottom, becoming aware of something that needs to change. And that is the first time, that's when we take this little step forward. This needs to change. What needs to change in your world to give you a better quality of life? What patterns of behavior do you need to change in order to take that first step forward? When we address this within the situation, we can really empower ourselves, because there are shadows, and once we face the shadows, we don't fear them. And it's that first thing. So how do you empower yourself today? And because we've got strength, it all coincides, you see. I just have to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Why am I getting this information in the book? And then the cards come out and I get clarity. So becoming aware of something needs to change. So if you need to change certain patterns of behavior, the power lies within you. The only person who can do that is yourself. So it's taking that step in the right direction. The next stage is self-exploration. That's the next level up. Looking at thoughts, feelings and emotions. As I've said, it's the shadows. You know, we see it from a 3D perspective. We see it from what we're taught, say, psychologically, and they actually coincide, because when you look at psychology and the brain patterns, you know, they coincide with spirituality, and this is all about your ascension. So once you address those shadows, the feelings of emotions, why you felt like that, and you take a lesson from a situation, this is how you can move forward. So taking a lesson, even though it's been dark, you then move forward. Self-understanding, knowing what to do and when to do it. This is when you get in touch with your High Priestess, which is on the top here. Your High Priestess energy follows the sacred path. And this is your intuition, this is your inner knowing. This is when you can blend the 5D consciousness and bring it down into your 3D reality. You walk the sacred path with this knowing and understanding that everything is a step forward, it's a lesson, it's a blessing. You know, it's how you see it, how you feel it in that moment. Feel the emotion in the moment, and then you have to move forward. Every emotion should be felt. We're here for a human experience at the end of the day. But it's how you take a step forward after that experience. No matter how dark, no matter how light. Remember where we are. So, self-love. It's all about you. It's all about you. This is compassionate accepting yourself for you, every ounce of you, in every single way, you know, without judgment. We judge ourselves from the minute we're taught to, you know, everything out there, it's like, oh, you need to judge yourself, you need to lose weight, you need to do this, you need to do that. This is putting our vibrational frequency. When we accept ourselves, and we're a work in progress, we are all a work in progress, we're here for that, this is kindergarten, then that is self-love. You are accepting the stage in which you are currently at, and you move forward knowing you're doing it to your best capacity. When you do your best is good enough, and that is self-acceptance. Thank you, angels. That was powerful. So self-transformation, embodying your true self. This is the cycle. This is the completion of the wheel here. And this is when we accept our true selves, every ounce of us. This is the completion. It's the cycle completion. The Wheel of Fortune with that brings this change into your frequency. You know, it's the happiness. It's the accepting yourself, warts and all. Because our warts, you know, sometimes make us beautiful at the end of the day. When we accept our shadows, when we've worked through them and we accept them as part of us, and that we've been through that experience as part of our growth, that's accepting your full self, you know, and you do all of this work. Now, the top one, self-mastery, that is mastering yourself. As I've said, the only people we can master are ourselves, and this is why I don't believe in mastery over others. I believe we're here to empower one another. We're here to break each other free from cycles of behaviour in a positive form. And self-mastery, when you master yourself, you will notice the vibrational frequency around you. People start to work on them. It's absolutely beautiful. It has a ripple effect of positivity, and therefore your mastery matters. And this is why we want you to go through this cycle. Now, we talk about mastery. Yes, in the 3D masters, we need, you know, certification in order to get insurance, all of that. But at the end of the day, self-mastery is about empowering you, and this is about breaking you free from these cycles. This is about your protection and cutting those cords to your self-mastery, to your best and highest version of self, which is the top tier. When you're in your highest version of self, when you're at your highest vibrational state, you're in touch with your higher self. It is a constant thing. You will feel you're making decisions from an empowered form. You will know the way to go, and this will bring you clarity. You will get these feelings. You will see synchronicities. You will have... When we're in the unknown, we're in a fear state, right? My friend's been looking for a house and she's finally found one, which is absolutely amazing. She told me last night and I was so happy. And when we're in the unknown, that's that fear state, but we actually put ourselves in like a block mentality, and we did a release. The other week we did amazing meditation, and it's a release, and all of a sudden the vibration shifts, you see. So the energetic field shifts. So then she's in receiving mode. She's in a different abundant form, and then it all fell into place. She found a house. Job's a good one. You know, energy leads us when you follow your intuition of heart. You know in the direction you want to go, right? And that's what it's all about. But don't forget your free will. So can you imagine your heart leads you to a place, right? And then you've got all these choices, what we spoke about. All these choices, and you have to make the right decision. And when we use our mind and our 3D logic in that decision, then it's going to actually be the right one, because we're addressing the situation and where we're sitting and what vibrational frequency we live in. It doesn't matter what vibrational frequency we're mastering at the time. You know, our energetic field can be a higher state where our physical bodies and beings are. We can still have a higher state of experience because this is in a higher state. When this is in a higher state, we're in a higher state, okay? So that helps us make this decision. Now, you've got all pages here. You've got the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. Now, this can talk about legalities. This can talk about something in its infancy, and you're learning using logic as well, which is important. You know, we talk about spirituality as in it should just be spiritual and lead from a heart. Yes, that is the highest vibration to follow. But then we need 3D logic in situations. We need to learn, we need to develop, we need to grow. That is what we're here for. Thank you, angels. Bear with me. I'm just going to get a little drink. Yep. Thank you very much. So the Page of Swords is using that intellect, right? It's using that intellect that you've grown in your 3D experience to move forward. Now, the Page of Pentacles is increasing your knowledge, but it's also can be a new job. It can be a new opportunity that's going to be beneficial in the material realm, in the 3D. And it's developing that. It's starting to develop. It's starting to get this momentum. The wheel is obviously turning. So in your 3D life, this wheel is turning, which is amazing, because that means all the karma is falling away. You've learned that karmic cycle. You're going into a new chapter, new cycle, new lessons, all of that you're developing. But your 3D world is becoming abundant, which is absolutely amazing. We know that because you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is growing the garden the way you want to grow it. It's your independent power and growth. It's all about your power. And the Page of Wands, this can talk about a new job opportunity, you know, a new creative sort of frequency. You're creating this reality you want, and it's growing in the material realm. It's in its infant stages, but it's getting there. And what it's saying is use that power. I'm going to see what's under the Page of Wands. What have we got? Page of Wands, Two of Wands. This opportunity, hold the world in your hands. Ha! The Wheel of Fortune again. So let's just be honest. This is a very, very fortunate time for you. Opportunity-wise, what's under there? Well, we got the Queen of Swords. Use your intellect and logic. So it's just basically repeating itself. So this is a very, very fortunate time. Get on the wheel, create, use your power, empower yourself from within, and, you know, open this new avenue. Now, the angel card number that came out was 000. This is the new cycle. After the Wheel of Fortune and the cycles have completed, and we've got 10, and we're doing, you know, you're nearly there, because you've got 8. We're counting up. We've got 10, 9, 8, or we're counting down, whichever, to 0, right? 10, obviously, 10s talk about that completion. 9 is nearly there, and we're nearly complete. And 8 is just because it's the Lionsgate portal, and it's powerful, and it's just the beautiful energy, hence the name of the channel. So 000, you are one with the Creator, and there are no limits, strength, to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on Earth. I am a creator. You're co-creating with the universal energies. And on the bottom of the pack, you have the Four of Wands. So this can talk about homes. This can talk about celebrational energy. This is also the 1111 card. This has been very, very prominent in the reads this last few times. And that talks about here, are you ready for the opportunity you've worked for? And that's what it's asking. You know, when we manifest, guys, and we put this vibration into the collective consciousness, this is what we want. We've manifested this wonderful situation. Are we ready? And then all of a sudden it becomes real, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, it's so real now. And it can be a bit of a shock to the system, as we spoke about. It's literally been a thought. You've directed the frequency to start this creation, and all of a sudden it happens, and you're like, whoa, slow your horses, because it's real. It's in your 3D world. So you've brought this thing down from your 5D consciousness, and you've basically utilized your power, and you've pushed this power forward. Oh, hello, angels. Sorry about that. I'm just like totally pushing my angels there. Sorry, I felt them straight through you. And you've pushed this power forward. Watch the candle, guys. They're very active. And it's now in your 3D living, which is amazing. Now we have this beautiful, beautiful card. Faith. I love that Stevie Wonder song, Faith. If you haven't heard it, I played it for my girls last night. It is amazing, honestly. And this came out today, and it's all about faith of heart. It's faith in your path forward. It's faith you hold within. Faith is such a powerful quality that it moves mountains. Angel wisdom reminds you, however, not to have blind faith in people or situations. This is being aware. When we're aware, we're prepared, and we can choose. And it's always a choice. Use common sense and discernment, and never give your power to another. Very apt. Instead, put your faith in yourself and the higher powers, which is beautiful. Pray with integrity from your still, wise centre, and know that your request will be granted. Act as if it's already manifested. That is faith. Your angel guidance is to increase your faith in the infinite. The affirmation is, I have faith in the support of the universe. When you trust the process, when you have faith in the higher powers, God's source of the highest white light, you know, this leads you forward in a beautiful, beautiful form. Because when you release and surrender to that universal energy, you know, after every storm comes a rainbow, you know, once there's darkness in your frequency, you know, universal balance, there's always going to be a rainbow, and it's working through it. And it's like treading mud sometimes, right? And it's hard. I absolutely get it. But through this process, you learn lessons, you face shadows, you grow, your soul evolution takes place, and you don't always see it at the time. But looking back, if you look back at the situations in a certain way, you understand. right? And you think, actually, I learned my empowerment. I learned to be empowered. I learned to choose what I have within my being, you know. I'm just getting comfortable because I yap. So you see the situations, you see the lessons within it, right? So what the universe is basically saying through this beautiful energy today: protect your frequency, just as I taught you. Call back your power, know who you are, and that calling back that power is also what you're putting in your vibrational frequency. This is your choice, and I want you to simply sit in your vibration today. This is all about you and working on you, what you're choosing to put into it, because we want you in the most positive, abundant form today, because the wheel is turning in a fortuitous way. This is all about your independent power and growth, growing your way and creating this reality the way you want it. Okay, and using your inner strength, knowing you have no more limitations. It's literally repeating itself, because there's something and an opportunity coming into your vibrational frequency that's going to help you grow in this material way. And I believe it's something that has already been put into, you know, manifestation stage here. It's in its infancy, but it's growing. It's growing in material realm, whether this is a new job or an opportunity. When you work on you and you reflect inward, you know, things... Once you do this shadow work, once you understand your power, you start to see the world from different perspectives. So even if you weren't looking for a job or an opportunity, they'll come into your vibrational frequency as if by magic. And that is trusting with faith. That is literally the faith you hold within. Faith is really hard to do in the 3D existence. I absolutely get it. But once you work through that ascension that we spoke about, the triangle, and, you know, if you can't remember it, just rewind me quickly and have a look. And you start assessing this situation and you start mastering yourself, then all these beautiful opportunities come into your vibrational frequency by magic, because the magic lies within you and it's learning your power. So today I want you to sit in your power. I want you to choose in a positive way what you're putting in your vibration. You know, if you need to turn off the social BS, turn it off. Put yourself on aeroplane mode. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the quiet if you can. You know, if people need to speak to you, they will ring you. That's what I say. You don't have to be attached to social media platforms. And if you have to look, you know you have a problem. And it's as simple as that. If you have to look at something, then that is a shadow that you need to address. Because we don't need to know absolutely everything about everybody else. They're in their vibration, you're in yours. When you work on your vibration, you send the ripple effect of light out in a different way. You can love absolutely, and I love to see people's holidays. I love the inspiration. I love to see them travel and explore. It lights me up to see that. I literally choose everything that's on my social media. Literally. Honestly, you can literally do it. You don't have to have that stuff put in your vibration. I can go on my... I'm not allowed to say the thingy. I call it the book one, and it's animals. It's my friends on holiday. It's positive affirmations. It's galactic light frequency. It's Lionsgate. It's all positive forms, because anything that I don't want to see, I unfollow. It's that simple. It's that simple. And if there are people within a situation that will try and take me there, 30 days, see you later, I'm having a break. Not unfriending them. I just refuse to put that in my vibration. If you want to put that in your vibration, absolutely go for it, my love. But I don't need to put it in mine. And that is just, you know, that is just self-empowerment. That is just respecting yourself and your frequency, because I respect my energetic field. And once you go through this self-love stage, you respect yourself, and that is huge. It's absolutely huge. So do that for me today, and do that for the collective consciousness and for the angels, because it rewards you in the most beautiful, beautiful form. And whatever this opportunity is coming in, it's very, very exciting. You're going to start this new cycle. Know your power though. Know your power. It's all about you today. It's about you finding your power and working on that vibration. Step away from the BS, enjoy your frequency, and do the things that light you up. Craft your heart out. If you're at work, absolutely get through the day, go home and do things that really excite you, you know. Create, whether that's a dish, whether that's you doing something artistic. It lights your soul in a beautiful way. Put a lovely chick flick on in the background if you want some noise, absolutely. Put your music on, something that's going to make your heart go, oh, it's so gorgeous. You know, that type of frequency, do that. So I challenge you. I absolutely challenge you. Until next time, my beautiful lights. From the angels and I, bye-bye for now.